Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to talk about why you're distracted and how to fix it. So one of the problems I face in my blogging is that I don't really have a boss. It might seem like a positive one, but the bad thing here is that nobody tells me if I'm wrong or if I'm right or if I'm just laying in my bed all day. No one is basically telling me that I am distracted, I'm not working. And that's a big problem when it comes to achieving things. And the bigger problem is that our society now has less focus, less productivity, and lesser attention span because of distractions. In a study, people are now checking their phone every 5.5 minutes. An average person checks their phone 262 times each day. That is one of the biggest problems we face when it comes to productivity, because in productivity we have to eliminate distractions. So in this video I actually have 6 ways in order for you to eliminate distractions so you will become more productive. So the first one is to actually remove all notifications. You can actually do it pretty simple in a few press of a button in the settings tab on any phone you have. Just use Google search how you will remove notifications. It will help you because 80% of notifications on your phone is plain useless. Admit it, when you have a notification, you just remove it. And some of them are even advertising materials. So it's better for you to just remove notifications in your phone. I promise you, it would improve the quality of your life. It will become more peaceful and it is very worth it. So tip number 2 is actually airplane mode. And what I find with airplane mode is it is actually useful because not only does it block your internet and notifications, it also blocks your mobile network, which prevents you from getting any text message or calls. And that is really helpful if you really need to be 100% focused on your task. It is very effective, but be careful because you won't be receiving any calls from anyone. And if there are some emergencies, you will not be available for quite some time. Tip number 3 are websites and app blockers, which I love. I actually use it all the time in my phone. Because here's the thing, I said that people are actually checking their phone every 5.5 minutes. And most of them are actually subconscious. How easy it is to take your phone, unlock it, open social media, then browse. That's very easy. You can access Instagram with just a few press of a button. And here is the thing, that is in your subconscious level. You don't really have to think to open your social media. What you can do to prevent that cycle is to actually use an app blocker or a website blocker. That helped me a lot. It would be uncomfortable for a few days or for maybe 1 to 2 days, but it's really worth it. After 3 days, you're going to see a remarkable increase in your productivity. So the fourth thing is what I am using when I am easily distracted, because there are just days where I'm really distracted, and that is to put my phone on the other side of the room or on the other room. What that means is that if you're working with your phone in front of you, it's putting temptation in front of you. And in my experience, it's actually bad for us to have a phone near us when working, because as I said, it's like putting temptation in front of you. We are not really good at handling temptations. I must admit that there are times where I'm just checking my table, saw my phone, grab it, and use social media. But if I put my phone on the other side of the room, I won't be thinking of it at all. But let me give you a warning. Not all temptations actually comes from your phone, because there are temptations that comes from your environment, which leads us to tip number 5, which is noise cancelling headphones or using white noise. Because when my environment is quite noisy, I actually use this, okay? This is a headphone which I use if I don't want to be bothered by anybody else. Because if I wear this, people will think that I am listening to something, and most of them won't bother me. But sometimes this is not enough. So what I do is I open a white noise app. Basically, what a white noise app is, an app that produces white noise. White noise is a type of sound that blocks all other sounds, which means that if you are using a white noise, you won't hear anything else other than the white noise. And that's really helpful if your environment is very, very noisy. That keeps you distracted from your work. Tip number 6 is actually time blocking, which for me is really, really helpful. Time blocking is a concept where you schedule a certain part of the day for you to work on something, for you to work 100% distraction free. And for me, it helps because it makes working distraction free a habit. What happens is the more you do time blocking, the easier it gets and the less you get distracted, because you are being wired to work on less distraction and no distraction for a certain period of time. That helped me a lot being productive, making 3 videos and publishing each day on my website. So, if you really want to be productive, try time blocking. It really helps a lot. And combine all of those things, I assure you, you're going to be less distracted and achieve more. I'll see you next time.